football fans, and welcome to the Touchdown Lady podcast. We talk football from a fan's point of view. I'm Cindy, your host. Let's just get into it. Now, the UFL have wrapped up their last regular season game over this weekend, and now they're moving into the championship. Next Sunday, we will play the conference championship games for the UFL. But first, let me give you the scores from the last regular week in the UFL. And the first one is going to be the Battlehawks versus the DC Defenders. The Battlehawks wound up beating the DC Defenders 13-8. The Roughnecks played the Panthers, and they wound up beating the Panthers 19-12. And the Renegades and the Brahmas wound up beating the Brahmas 23-6. And that was the final, like I said, the final week of the regular season for the UFL. The championship games will be played next Sunday. And that's going to be, the first game is going to be the UFL Conference Championship game. And that's going to be played against the Michigan Panthers versus the Birmingham Stallions. Now, the Birmingham Stallions are the reigning champions for 3 years straight in the UFL. Could they make it a 4? I don't know. But they will be playing in the championship game next Sunday at 3 o'clock on ABC. Then after that game, it's going to be the XFL Conference Championship game, and that's going to be the DC Defenders versus the St. Louis Battlehawks, and that's going to be at 6 o'clock on Fox. Now, I like both these teams in the XFL Conference Championship game. I like the DC Defenders, and I also like the St. Louis Battlehawks. So, yeah. But I think St. Louis Battlehawks will be able to pull off this win and go into the championship game, which is going to be the following week, June 14th. It's going to be the UFL Championship. So whoever wins out of these two conference championship games will be playing in the following week, June 14th, in the UFL Championship. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be played in St. Louis. They get the biggest crowds. That fan base is crazy. They're fun to watch the fans as they root their team on. So hopefully if the St. Louis Battlehawks wind up playing in the championship game, they will be playing in St. Louis, and it's going to be crazy there. Now, for those who didn't get a chance to watch any of the UFL games, you can watch them on demand on the ESPN, YouTube, as well as on YouTube. Like I said, if you didn't get a chance to watch any of this season, next season it will be back, and hopefully you'll be able to watch some games. It's a really good league, like I've been saying all season long. The players are good, the good coaching in that game, and I would like to maybe make it bigger as the NFL. You never know. So come on out, support. If you didn't get a chance to do it this year, come on out next year. We would love to help you. I would love for you guys to help me support this league in 2026. Now, there's not a lot of things that's going on in the NFL right now. Right now, they have training camps. They have OTA, which is organized team activity right now. It's not mandatory. Next week is the minicamp mandatory for all the players. That's on June 10th. So everybody has mandatory next week, but right now it's not mandatory. There's a lot of rookies out in camp right now. Everybody's being evaluated, all eyes on the rookies right now. But that's what's going on in the NFL. But I want to talk about the Steelers. Now, the Steelers are still waiting for Aaron Rodgers. Yes, that saga is still going on, but they might have a backup plan. If Aaron Rodgers does not sign with the Steelers, they are going to start Mason Rudolph as a starting quarterback. But they still need a veteran quarterback to back him up. So they're still in the search for that. But that is the backup plan, I guess. That's the word on the street, is that Mason Rudolph would start if Aaron Rodgers doesn't sign with the team. I don't know what the Steelers are doing. The next is going to be the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons still hasn't had an extended contract. Jerry Jones is not looking like he's in no rush to get that done. Yeah, moving on from that as well. The Eagles, I want to shout out to Saquon Barkley, the running back for the Eagles. He is now going to be on Madden 2026 cover. They're going to have him with the backwards hurdle that he did in one of the games. So congratulations for Saquon Barkley for being the cover picture on Madden 2026. Now the Falcons, Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins have been going at it back and forth. But Kirk Cousins, if he doesn't get out of the Atlanta Falcons, he will become the backup for Michael Penix. Yes, Michael Penix will be starting as the Atlanta Falcons starting quarterback in 2025. And if Kirk Cousins have not moved on from there, he will be the backup quarterback to Michael Penix. Now, Michael Penix has set 2 years behind Kirk Cousins. So now the roles are going to be in reverse. Kirk Cousins will now back up Michael Penix. Now, they're saying Michael Penix look really good out there in training camp right now. He's doing really well. The coaches like what they're seeing with him. So I can't wait to see how he's going to be as a starter. But right now, he's looking really good. That's what the word on the street is. Now, moving on, the Patriots. Stephon Diggs has started training camp today with the Patriots. That's all I want to say on that. I know there's some things out there going on with him, but my concern is what they do on the field. He did show up in practice today for the first time, and they said he looks really good. Now, also, the Patriots, Drake May, the quarterback, is doing really good. They said that Josh McDaniels is really liking what he see out there with Drake May. He can move the ball well, get out the pocket. Yes, he does have, yes, all these rookies, let me just say that, all these quarterback rookies are still in process of getting themselves together and getting, in a rhythm and stuff like that, getting used to being out there. I know Drake May, this is going into his second year, but this is his first time going to be starting in week 1 for the whole season. But they're saying he's doing really good. They like what they're seeing. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen with the Patriots once they get on that field. What identity are they going to take? Are they going to have it be a run game or pass game? I think they need it all. But we have to wait and see. Like I said, under new coaching, a new head coach, Michael Burrow, he knows what he's doing. So we just have to wait and see how that's going to play out for the Patriots. I'm rooting for them to have a good season for 2025. Well, this is the part of the show. If you want to reach out to me, you can email me at touchdownladies@gmail.com. That's touchdownladies@gmail.com. Well, I like to end the show on a positive note, and I do something I call Facts, Fun, and Football, where I go in my little jar here, and I pull out something fun to end the show on. Let's see what we're going to have. And this is going to be a joke. What happens to a football player who goes blind? They become referees. And this is Sandy from the Touchdown Ladies saying, don't forget to smile, be happy, be kind, put your action behind your plan, and keep moving forward. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.